Hey guys, this seems to be my favorite spot to record videos, so this is where I'm going to record it. I know it's kind of playing with the blinds behind me. But anyways, I want to talk about the logical conclusions of cosmology, or at least our views on cosmology. Let me get right into this. So let me start by saying that either the universe is caused by intelligence or it was not. I can say this is a proper dichotomy because there is no thing that is neither intelligent and neither non-intelligent. It's either one or the other, so this is a logical starting point. Plus we're talking about the existence of God. We have to posit intelligence. Let me first establish a few facts about the universe that the atheist, in their view, must adhere to. The atheist must believe that the universe is a natural, non-intelligent reality that must have always existed. There will be problems if the atheist tries to alter this description, and here's why. It must have always existed because it cannot not exist and then begin to exist without a cause. If you posit that the cause is more universe, this is still essentially the universe. So this is no real cause at all. And also for the fact that infinite causal chains do not exist, which I will get into later. The universe, under the parameters of atheism, also must be non-intelligent in nature and in cause. The reason being is because even if the atheist rejects God causing the universe, but is still open for some kind of vague alternative intelligence that caused the universe, it would be very hard to not give that intelligence all or most of the attributes we commonly associate with God anyways. Things like being all-powerful, super-intelligent, timeless, etc., etc. These attributes are quite appropriate and would essentially make it God anyways. So if an intelligence did cause the universe, it would be hard to disassociate that intelligence from being God in the classical sense. Now, let me get into why infinite causal chains are, in my opinion, pure fantasy and do not work, even in regards to God. Eventually, a causal chain must have a beginning. Because how can a cause not have a beginning or some kind of starting point? But if it's an infinite causal chain, by definition, an infinite does not ever, nor has ever had a beginning. This is why an infinite causal chain does not work. Because there is no beginning of causes, especially in regards to an infinite universe. I'm reading off of a script, sorry, I keep messing up a little bit. So since infinite causal chains do not work, we must posit that a brute fact is at the bottom of all reality for both the theist and the atheist. This is the essential nature that reality rests upon for either one of us. So now that we established a brute fact, we can build a causal chain off of that. Up until this very moment I'm speaking and you're watching this video. And here's where I make the whole point of this video about the logical conclusions regarding our views on cosmology and the ultimate, it's the key word, the ultimate explanation we can hope to find for why the universe does what it does. Because it's a fact that the universe does a lot of things. We can see it. The universe is always in motion. It's doing things. There's no question. So, let's reverse the causal chains to their logical origins on both of our worldviews. For the theist, we reverse every event right to the beginning, which is God himself. Here's what we can say about this in regards to why the universe does what it does. The universe does what it does because God willed it to do so from an idea, a purpose, and a blueprint. This explains why and also how the universe does what it does. Now personally, most of you guys know my stance. This to me seems like a better and more satisfactory explanation of why the universe does what it does and what we see around us. Now for the atheist, when we reverse the causal chain, we ultimately find a universe that just does what it does for no reason. It doesn't matter how many effects and causes we can explain. When we reverse all of those causes, ultimately, this is what we will find at the bottom. A universe that just does what it does. Again, since the universe is a brute fact, that means it has no explanation. It just is. There's nothing before it. It also means that there is no explanation for why it does what it does either. Basically, the universe has been perpetually in motion forever. It just does what it does. Now, this to me, and I suspect to you, is not an explanation at all. But it is a logical conclusion of a worldview. The real question is whether you really believe it. Peace out.